Hey, it's time to get ready for the trip. Let's go and get packed. Today we're flying American Airlines from Dallas-Fort Worth to Seattle-Tacoma Airport, and that's about 1,658 miles. After my last trip, I spent a little time looking at how much it cost me to do valet parking at DFW Airport and realized I was spending a lot more than I thought. So this time, I'm trying out Uber and Lyft and taking the credits from my credit cards that offer a statement credit for use.
How's your day?
Good, thank you.
How's traffic out there?
More traffic.
Well, sorry to hear that.
DFW Airport, just made the drive in. I'm coming into Terminal A even though I'm leaving from Terminal B. And the reason for that is Terminal B usually has a hell of a line at it. So this is a better option even if you have to take the train over. I'm gonna go in, find the club, get something to eat, and get ready for my trip. For some reason, TSA pre-check at Terminal B at DFW has been amazingly busy and hard to get through. So I'm using other terminals for now. Using the Admiral's Club in Terminal A, I found some charcuterie for once, and that was really tasty. And I was able to get some rice and quinoa with a sausage ragu on it. My Diet Coke. Terminal A Admiral's Club is a little bit open, a little bit brighter, and a little bit more pleasant in many respects, but it doesn't have a view of the airfield and you don't get to do any plane spotting. Time to head off to the gate. For some reason, I don't think a lot of people actually use the Skylink between terminals at DFW. The truth is, it's a pretty good ride and a quick way to get between the terminals. Plus, you get to do a heck of a lot of airplane spotting. The trams do have a number of people on them, but at the end of the day, I often find that people don't even know it exists. I seem to be running into Qatar Airways left and right on my travels these days. Terminal B and Terminal E are both more cramped, difficult to get around in, and frankly, it's hard to pass by the gates without a large crowd getting in your way. The airport has never renovated these terminals completely, and that's mostly because they're both somewhat orphan terminals. There's going to be a theme going on here. I've noticed that everyone else on this trip started to notice my photography, and that's going to cause me trouble in the near future.
Sitting right there at the neck.
Place it all the way under the seat in front of you. Larger carry-on luggage goes in the overhead bin. If you have small handheld devices, such as cell phones, tablets, and smartwatches, please switch them to airplane mode now. Into the buckle and pull the strap so it's tight across your hips. To open your seatbelt.
It was at this moment during the safety briefing that I got stopped by a flight attendant who was standing behind me for taking a video. It was quite a scolding, and I think she was looking for trouble that I wasn't willing to give her. It was this picture. I've been incredibly lucky with sunsets on the last few trips that I've taken, and this one's no different. It was much more magnificent than it even looks like here. You're watching Terminal 2W, and I'm Greg Robinson. I'd like to take a brief moment and ask you to consider liking, commenting, and subscribing on our video content. Doing so helps us perhaps one day reach a point of earning enough money to begin to take some more exotic trips. In the meantime, this is entirely self-financed. And with your help, we can go to better places. I'm still hoping to take us on journeys around the different airline alliances and perhaps focus more on One World alliances versus SkyTeam and Star Alliance. I also hope to actually take a look at things that, from a frequent traveler point of view, are often overlooked in terms of what's it like to be flying in economy or premium economy versus flying in a first-class suite on Emirates. We look for your support, and we're grateful for anything that you can do for us. And this is my favorite meal on American Airlines right now. Chicken shawarma. It's light, low calorie, and frankly, really filling at the same time.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is turned off, and keep the aisles clear of all carry-on items. Take a moment to check your seat back pocket for any personal items, like tablets and cell phones. When you open the overhead compartment, be careful, as items may have moved in flight. And thank you for choosing American Airlines.
Seattle could use a renovation of its airport terminals as well. They're a little bit better than they have been, but at the end of the day, they're still fairly small, and frankly, I don't think there's a time of day where you aren't navigating your way around people in the hallways. And the walk is long. Exiting the terminal, I have to find the rental car bus line, and that ends up being down at the end of the airport terminal. It's a bit of a walk, and it's not in the best place when it comes to weather. I will say this, the rental car shuttles showed up early, on time, and kept us moving very quickly. It was nothing like some other airports that I've experienced, and I'm looking at you, San Diego. Exiting the airport and heading towards Seattle late at night makes the drive easy.
Here we are at the Mediterranean Inn in the elevator, and I am glad to be home for the rest of this weekend. Well, home in Seattle.
My very first impression of the hotel was that it was kind of old, and walking down the hallways it reminded me of some older hotels that I stayed in when I was in Australia. However, once I got to the room and got inside, I was very pleasantly surprised. This is a good place and I highly recommend it.
Okay, first impressions. It's It's a little smaller room than I expected. But it's a good room. It's well kept, and I think I'll be just fine here. The truth is, I like the neighborhood, and the people at the hotel were really good to me. They gave me a list of restaurants. We went down the list, and apparently every restaurant on the list is amazing. So I feel set up. It's a comfortable room. I'm up high. I'm in Seattle. Tomorrow, a little bit of work, and then I go to the Boeing Field of Dreams, so to speak. It's time to go to bed. Bye.